Hi guys, so we'll be beginning in just next few minutes. In the meanwhile, I would like all of you to subscribe our YouTube channel so you'll get notified about our updates and all. So we have career events and like data science events, full stack events, blockchain events. So I would request all of you to subscribe our YouTube channel so that from next events onwards you'll get notified to our events, and you can join to those events which are very useful for your career, be it for technical or for career advices. So I would like to request all of you to subscribe our YouTube channel. So before moving on, so I would like to uh, you know so let's wait for another 2-3 minutes so all of you to join so that we can start the live. So yeah. So before that, I would like to explain the difference. So what is Nestria actually? So Nestria is a Byte Academy sister company and is a portal for anyone on their path to their first technical job, for starting from networking to finding jobs and receiving technical and career advices. It's actually, and the most important part is, guys, it is available for free. So you can join our Nestria Community Discord community channel by clicking on the link. The link has been shared in the chat box. So it is free for everyone. So everybody can join the link and can, participate in the career advices and for the technical advices and everything. So yeah. So we'll just wait for a few, 2-3 minutes to start. So yeah, guys, let's begin. So in today's webinar, so we will learn the most common HR questions. Right. So what are the most common HR questions you generally face during an interview? Right. So apart from technical questions, HR questions are very important for each and everybody to prepare for the interview. And the most important, important and interesting part is, so HR questions are quite common. So those were, so yeah, you can prepare accordingly to this webinar. So let's start. So yes, what we are learning today. So what are the most asked interview questions and how to answer those interview questions, right? So let's move on to the first question. So the interview would ask, the very first question is, tell me about yourself, right? So always start with your name, give your place of information, your educational details in short. I mean, do not include all the educational details. Just mention your highest degree in the in your introduction. If the interviewer ask itself, would ask you to explain the educational details in short, I mean in elaborate or in brief, then you can just give a brief. Apart from that, in the introduction part, it is not required to explain with educational details in a very brief and very elaborated manner. So you can also tell if you have any recent job experience and family details. It's the same as educational details. So don't elaborate it in a brief manner. Just give a short brief about your, short introduction about your family. That would be enough. For example, here my name is Manish. I live in Mumbai. So I have done BTech in computer science and MTech in computer science. I have 5 years of experience as a software developer, and I have my family with me in Mumbai. Right. So here, the person hasn't explained about the how many members there are in the family, what they are doing, and all. So if the interviewer would ask those questions, then you can just answer those questions. But it is not mandatory for the introduction part to explain or tell all these details, right? So let's move on to the next question. Guys, so sorry, I had a technical difficulty. I was not able to move my screen further. So sorry for that. So yeah, let's move on to the next question. So the next question the interviewer would ask is that why do you want to work at our company, right? So this is the most common questions you would be asked in each and every interview, right? So why do you want to work at their company, right? So always do a background research before attending the interview. So always do a background research about the company. So how when the company started, who is the founder, and what is the revenue size and everything. I mean, read each and every details about the company, and then you can just tell the interviewer what you like about the company, and you can just relate it with your long term and your career goals, right? For example, sir, it is a great privilege for anyone to work in a reputed company like yours. When I read about your company, I found that my skills are matching to your requirements, where I can showcase my technical skills to contribute to the company growth. Right? So you can answer this question in this manner. So let's move on to the next. So the next question is, what are your strengths? So you can just mention at least 4 to 5 strengths, in your answers. So for examples, the few of the examples of strengths are adaptability, hardworking, honest, flexibility, optimistic, fast decision making, persistence, and self-motivated. Right? For example, you can answer this in such a manner. So I'm an honest, self-motivated, and hardworking boy with a positive attitude towards my career goal, right? So here the here the boy has answered 4 positive strengths. So the one is honest, self-motivated, hardworking, and positive attitude, right? So you can answer in this way. So moving on to the next question. So what are your weakness, right? So always mention the interviewer, right? So interview in such a manner that you would be actually showcasing one of your strengths, but you can let them know that it is your weakness in some of the situations, right? For example, being straightforward. Whenever you're working in a corporate world, it is not like for every time you cannot be just straightforward, right? You have to be diplomatic in some situations, right? So you can mention the some of your weakness as straightforward. So you can mention that. So next is impatient, and then is sensitive. So also this is one of the strength as well as weakness, because see, if you are a sensitive a girl or a boy, so suppose they in a situation where you just boss just scolds you, right? In that situation, you cannot be sensitive. You have to deal with that in a much positive manner, right? So you can mention that as one of your weaknesses as well. The next is more talkative. You can mention that as well. The next one is trust people very quickly. So this is also one of the strength as well as weakness, because in a corporate world or in a job world, you cannot trust people very easily, right? So that you can mention as one of your weaknesses as well. The next part is, I cannot say no when someone asks for help. That is again a strength as well as weakness. So sometimes saying no is good, right? We all know this, right? So you can mention this as well. Then the next is take decisions very quickly. Uh, this one you can also mention as one of your weakness. Then get nervous when you talk to strangers, right? So when talking, if you are a salesperson or you are an HR guy, right? So that should be an that should be an advantage. You cannot be nervous each and every time, right? Because you have to speak with different strangers, different people. So in that case, you have to be flexible, right? So yeah. So to speak lies difficult for me. Again, you have to be diplomatic. As I mentioned in the first point, you have to look diplomatic sometimes. You have to tell lies sometimes according to the situation, right? The next one is, I am a bit lazy, about which I am not interested. So this again comes under a very weakness, because you have to be flexible whenever you are working in an organization. So apart from your roles and responsibilities and other things, you have to be flexible about each and every manner, right? So yeah, you can mention this as one of your weaknesses as well. For example, I cannot say when someone asks me for help and I'm a bit lazy, about which I am not interested, right? So you can frame the sentence in such manner and can tell the interviewer. So moving on to the next question. So the next question is, why should I hire you? The interviewer would always ask the question that, why should I hire you? Right? So you can just mention the points, like share your knowledge about the company, whatever background research you have done about the company. Just share your knowledge about that, your work experience, your career related to the job and your career goals. Right? Mention everything in the job. So the answer would vary, differently in the case of fresher and in case of work experience as well. Because as you're fresher, so you should be flexible to work according to the organization. But yes, if you have any work experience, you do have some, certain career goals and certain domain areas as well, right? If you find those domain areas are particularly matching to your domain areas, so you can mention those things to the interviewer as well. Let's come to an example. So for a fresher, so you can answer this in this manner. So, sir, I'm a fresher. I have theoretical knowledge, but I can do hard work for my organization, and I will put all my efforts for the progress of organization, being punctual and sincere. I can finish the work given to me on time and try my best to fulfill all the needs of the company from me. Right? So you can answer it in this manner. So if you have certain work experience, you can just mention, with reference to my work experience, I satisfy all the requirements for this job. I am sincere with my work and would never let you down in any way. I promise you will never regret for the decision to appoint me in your organization. Right? So you can mention this as well. So coming to towards the next question. Tell me what you know about the company, right? So, as I said from the very first slide, so always whenever you are applying for a company, right? So always do background research about the company, right? So do not go in a blank manner. So always do a background research, right? Study about the company in detail. Do background work on new projects. Know the names of the owners and their partners. So you can also mention these things like what you like about the founders and the partners and the companies as well. Research about the company's current issues, I mean, what the company's current status is, how you can, contribute to the growth of the company and all. So mention all these points, right? Update your knowledge about the competitors. So whenever you are applying for a company, so the interviewer would also, ask you about the competitors, right? So, so do the background research of the company as well as some few background research about the competitors would also be a strong one, right? For example, it is one of the best, fastest growing company in India. The work environment of the company is very good. People feel proud to be a company, part of the company, as the company provides full support to the employees in professional front. It has many branches across the world, so I have good opportunity to showcase my talent, right? So you can mention this as well. So moving on to the next question. So why are you looking for a job change, right? So always, give a token of thanks to your previous organization, right? So do not mention the interview that you had a bad term with your previous, organization. Even if you had a bad term, do not mention those things, right? It creates a negative impression, right, about you. So do not do that. Always give a token of thanks to your previous organization about the learnings, about the things that you have learned on your past. So always mention those things. Explain what you learned from your past job experience. Yes, as I said right just now. So explain what are the things you learned in the past and how you can just, contribute those knowledge into into the future job roles and responsibilities, right? So mention those things as well. Share your reason for the job change related to the career goals, right? So you everybody has different career goals, right? So relate it to your career goals, right? For example, I am thankful to my previous organization because I learned a lot of things from there. According to me, changes are necessary for everyone to enhance their skills, knowledge, and personal growth and financial growth. Your organization is a good platform where I can handle more, right? So you can just answer this question in such manner. So yeah, moving on to the next question. So, what are your salary requirements, right? If you are a fresher, just do not mention any particular bracket, right? So, you want this number or you want that number, because you should be flexible if you are a fresher and if you would be learning in a quick manner. So, salary won't matter, right? So, you should be flexible enough once you start working and once your skills are good. So, no, everybody will pay you well, right? So just you can just mention the interview that you are flexible enough. Just you want a opportunity, right? Any type of platform to showcase your skills, right? And for experienced candidates, yes, you can share their expected salary always do yeah, I mean the background research about the company, that what is the salary bracket for the company, for the current role for which the company is providing, right? So always mention your expected salary in that manner. For example, if you are a fresher, you can just mention that I'm a fresher, salary is not a priority for me. This is a big platform to to start my career, and I also want to improve my knowledge and skill and gain experience, right? So I expect a considerable of salary according to my ability and your company norms, which will fulfill my economical needs, right? So you can mention it in answer it in this way. And if you have experience, you can just tell them, I have 5 years of experience in developer field. My current CTC is 10 LP. I mean, any number, like whatever is your current CTC, you can mention that. And salary has not been a biggest issue for me. Still, I am expecting a salary as per the company norms as my designation and qualification and experience, which can help me to maintain the standard of my level of personal and economical needs, right? So you can answer it in this manner. So moving on to the next question. What are your career goals, right? Always try to, relate your short term as well as long term goals in the same company itself, right? Suppose you join in a training position in the current organization, you are joining in a training position. So after 5 years, the interviewer would ask, right, what are your goals after 5 years, right? So you can just mention them that after 5 years, I wanted to be in a senior position in the same organization, right? This shows that your stability as well, right? The interviewer would judge how stable you are in your career, right? So you can mention that, I mean, answer that in that manner. For example, my short-term goal is to get a job in a reputed company where I can utilize my skills and improve my career path. My long-term goal is to be in a respectable position in that organization, right? So you can answer this in like this question in this manner. So the moving on to the next question. Finally, the interviewer would ask you, so do you have any questions for them or not? Right? So always express a token of thanks and always, ask about the salary structure. What is the enhanced salary? I mean, if they have any deductions or not, you can, tell them all these things about the job timings, job location, overtime allowances, transport facility, trading period, and all. So, yeah. So, if you would be asking all these things to the interviewer would get a sense that you are much more interested in the job, right? For example, thank you for giving me this opportunity. Sir, I would like to know about the job timings and transport facilities, and also where will be the job location, right? And the salary scale for the job in your organization, right? So you can just ask all these questions to the interviewer. So, so yeah, that's it about the today's, presentation. So here we learned about the most common HR questions that are generally expected from the interview side in an interview. So yeah, so these are the most common HR questions. So please stay connected. I'll just, show you how to join our Discord, Nestria Discord server. So just allow me a second for that. So when you click the Nestria link that has been already shared in the chat box, so you will just get directed towards the, our Discord community. Here you can find a lot of things, regarding the technical jobs and career related jobs. Here you can find each and everything according to your interest. We have our experts who would be answering to your questions, right? So you can just select on join a topic, right? So you can just click on all these icons, right? So this is for the US careers side. This is for the India career side. This is for the, you know, blockchain. This is for the JavaScript. This is for the data science and everything. When you just once you download Discord and get to this link, you will find each and everything over here. Then coming down to the next, we have like Python, channel where our experts and our students used to have interaction among themselves. They used to share the important things and the current trends about Python and some, important things over here. So you can join all those channels. We have Python resources where you would be getting all the resources related to the Python and the current trends. Similarly, we have data science launch. We have data science resources. We have JavaScript launch and we have JavaScript resources as well. We have blockchain launch and blockchain resources. And, for the India careers, as for here, you can find many of the job, you can just apply to us directly. So you'll just find a lot of jobs over here, right? So yeah, you can just apply over here. I mean, the job related informations and all from the announcing section, you can just find all the current job openings. You can see here are the job openings. You can just have a look into it, and you can just apply it, from here directly. And then we have internships launch. So you'll get to know a lot of things about the internships, current scenario and trends and all. So, and yes, the very interesting feature is that we have a free course as well, right? So whoever wants to enroll and learn about the Python and full stack development, so they can just join a free course and then they can, have a guidance over here from here as well. And other like we have Byte Academy, so you can just clear about the admissions and all. You can just reach out to this channel. We have like separate stuffs as well. We have sports, we have cookings, we have memes, travel and all. So we have a community who used to share about the sports, like current trends about the sports and what are the current news about the sports and all. You can also join this community and can contribute to the these things as well, right? Cooking, we used to share, uh, you know, these things as well. So yeah, it's a very fun thing once you join this. So you'll have much more fun. And as I mentioned you, right, we have separate experts for Python, JavaScript, blockchain, data science. So you will get a personal guidance in the Discord channel as well. So yeah, links are in the description box. Just join our Discord community where you can have a lot of fun and you can just, engage yourself in all these things. And one of the important thing is that whoever would be joining our Discord community, so I would be just sharing these PPT, like today's PPT in the channel, India's interview session channel. So you can just get the PPT from there as well. So yeah, that's it, guys. From today's part, if you have any questions or any thoughts, I'm there in the India Career interview session channel. So you can ask me any questions, anything you want in that channel. So yeah, thank you guys, and please do subscribe to our YouTube channel for the coming updates and coming events. So thank you guys. Have a great day ahead. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Bye.